Hello there and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto 3. Today we're continuing on Let's Play. This is episode 16. In today's episode we're going to start taking a look at the Staunton Island section of the game. First taking a look at Asuka's missions, or Asuka, or whatever her name is. Anyways, of course, as with the Portland section of the game, I have already gone ahead and done pretty much everything you can do on Staunton Island. The rampages, vigilantes, hidden packages, so on, so forth. Which will explain why we have different money to what we had in the previous episode. Of course, as usual, this is an out-of-order LP, so the videos on that will be coming up in the next couple of days. As soon as we finish all the missions for Staunton Island, or Act 2 of the game, I guess we'll call it, you will see those videos uploaded, so don't worry too much about that. Anyways, let us begin by walking into the A and seeing what she wants us to do first.
We have certain issues to clear up before we continue any form of relationship, business or otherwise. Let's lay our cards on the table. I am Yakuza, and I know you worked for Salvatore Leone's family. I can give you work with our organization, but first you must prove to me that your ties with the Mafia are truly broken. Salvatore Leone will be leaving Luigi's in about 3 hours' time. Make sure he doesn't reach his club alive. Meanwhile, Maria and I will catch up on old times.
Oh, Asuka, you've got a massager.
That's not a massager.
Alrighty, so we have to take out our old boss, Mr. Salvatore Leone. So let's go ahead and get over there. We've got until 8:30 to do this. Right, this is one of, in my opinion, the harder missions in the game. It's a bit of a bitch to do this one in particular. There's a couple of different methods of thought in the case of this. We could go for a sniper rifle and try and take him out at long range, or we could go ahead and go for the good old-fashioned gun him down tactic. I'm having a feeling I'm swaying more towards gun him down. I would prefer... Ooh, actually, we might have some grenades. I could maybe do something with grenades. I'm not sure. I'm not going to go for the sniper tactic because my aim with the sniper rifle is bloody awful. So, I don't particularly want to go down that route. So, yeah, we shall see how well this one goes. What I'm thinking is I might do a method which entitles you to more damage, but it is a little bit more... Oh, God. Also, I apologise for all the frame skipping. I've only just booted the game up. Usually, the way GTA 3 on PS4 works is... the longer you have the PS4 running before you turn this game on, it seems to stutter less. I don't know if that's a placebo effect or not, but that's what I've noticed anyway. So if you hang around Luigi's Club, the Mafia will spot you. That is absolutely fine by me. Right, what I'm going to do is go for something like that. And then we are going to stand in front of this door. In case you're wondering, the Mafia basically all pile out of the back entrance of Luigi's Club, and then Salvatore should spawn somewhere on the outside. In theory. Again, I don't know how well this is going to work, but we shall see. What I do want to do is sort of try and get myself aimed directly at this door. So yeah. Oh shit! I didn't realise they had shotguns. There we go. Bit of a clusterfuck, but I think that's the best way to deal with that mission. It's a little bit of a nightmare to do the whole sniper tactic. That's the way you're supposed to do it, but you know, if you try and drive by him while he's in his car as well, that can be a bit of a nuisance. Anyways, now that we've done that mission, the Mafia will now be hostile towards us, so we don't particularly want to hang around Portland, because the Leones do have a lot of turf, and they also now have shotguns. And you saw what the shotgun did to me when I was down there. It can kill a car in 2 blasts, so we really do not want to mess with St. Mark's. Like I said, thankfully, we did get all the side missions and so on and so forth done, which was the plan. So, yeah, you can sort of see now why I did that. King Courtney's missions have opened up on a payphone. Okay, cool. We'll encounter those at some point in the next couple of episodes. But for now, I'm just going to head back to the hideout quickly and grab armor. I do recommend getting the hidden packages on Staunton pretty quickly while you're over here, because having the armor here can be a lifesaver. Pretty much everything else you gain from doing it isn't so great. I'm fairly certain it's like shotgun armor and Molotovs, which the shotgun is kind of good, but only in close range, and Molotovs are pretty much useless in this game, unless you're trying to take out a tank. So, and even then the flamethrower is better, so armor is the only thing really worth going for, but I do recommend getting the armor, because at the end of the day it is quite a big help. Anyways, apparently our Landstalker's still here. Let's see what she wants next.
Salvatore's death comes as pleasurable news. You're an efficient killer. I like that in a man. Ah, this is my brother, Kenji.
Asuka has a little job for you, but when you're done, drop by my casino and we can talk.
Just like Kenji, always trying to play with my toys. My police source indicates that the Mafia are watching our interests around the city in a bid to track you down. We cannot continue our operations until they are dealt with. Take out these spying fools and end this vendetta once and for all.
Very weird that the Mafia have us under surveillance, but there you go. We have 6 minutes to take out 3 Mafia zones. You may have also noticed Kenji in that cutscene, who has the most laughably bad voice actor in the world. I love his voice because it is horrific. My name is Kenji. I have a lisp. Yeah, okay, so the Mafia surveillance stations, some of them are here in Belleville Park. We're probably going to try and get them with the sniper rifle from longer range, just because I think short range they have AKs, which are not particularly good to deal with. There we go. Sniper rifle can be pretty effective if you have time to line it up. It's not particularly effective on moving targets, which is, again, the reason why I sort of skipped it in Sayonara Salvatore. I'm sure there's probably some people who, like me, in fact, who did that mission as a kid, or at some point, and were like, I didn't realise you could just go around the back of the club and just shoot them all like that. That would make it so much easier. And the answer to that is yes, it would. So, at least these aren't FBI surveillance, because at least we don't get any wanted level from them. I will say, I think there's a later on mission involving FBI surveillance. Could be wrong on that. Ooh, we have a van here now. Can we hit the tyres from here? Might be a wise thing to do. Oh, apparently he's going to go for the ram. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you can see they have AKs. And apparently the police literally don't care. Okay, cool. I guess we're doing them a favour. Right, now we come to the most arsehole of these hideouts. A little bit up at Kenji's casino. Right. I believe this is the one where they can actually hit you from long distance with their assault weapons, so you do have to be quite careful on this one. But we shall do this. I believe this is probably the intended way. I know usually I end up trying to shoot them from the roadway, which doesn't particularly work. Take him out. Take him out. Basically, God, the LOD models do not look particularly favourable, but it is an old game after all. There we go, cool. And as you can see, we have opened up Kenji's missions. We will encounter those in the next episode, I believe is when we're doing those. So not doing those at the moment. We're going to continue our work for Asuka. I'm going to call her Asuka now. I'm so used to calling them Oscar for like or Os. I always get criticised for my pronunciation of the bloody WWE wrestler Japanese woman. So this game is the reason I call her Asuka. But I've been trained over the years to know Asuka is wrong, so calling her Asuka again is not good. Please don't go in the water, thank you, Landstalker. We've just got a pile of our old cars which we've been using, although that pile is quickly going to go boom boom explode explode. Anyway, it's Paparazzi Purge.
A reporter has been nosing around. Marie and I have taken a little holiday together until you can get rid of this perverted voyeur. He's probably out in the bay as you read this. Steal a police boat and sink his career.
Okay. This is where I would like a rocket launcher. Unfortunately, I do not have a rocket launcher, so we are going to have to do this the old, or the way you're technically supposed to do this, which is the whole get in a police boat and shoot him down. Yeah, usually I would like to do the whole rocket launcher method. I believe you can kill his boat in 2 rockets, but we do not have that luxury today, so we will simply have to get in a police boat and shoot him with the mounted guns on the police boat. You don't really get a chance to use boats much outside of the actual missions, mostly because they're kind of pointless. So basically you just sit here and bounce around a bit. It's kind of hard to deal damage to this guy. I believe he might land at some point, but I'm not 100% sure. We of course will get the welcome to Portland thing as we go across. Actually, this mission, I remember this game being a lot harder than it is being currently, but I don't know. Maybe because I was young and stupid at some point. There we go. Never mind. That might actually have been easier than trying to get a rocket on target, because I believe they start fleeing as soon as you get rockets on target. Anyway, can we dock here? No. No is the simple answer to that. There we go, we can sort of dock there. Claude can't swim, so I don't particularly want to risk anything with him. No, never mind. Do you know what? We'll just drive the boat back to bleeding Asuka's. I was going to try and make the jump, but never mind. Hopefully we don't trigger the whole Portland thing again. So I'll hide behind this rock and try and do it that way. But yeah, the police boat is actually somewhat effective, I guess. If you want to go in a boat to escape a wanted level, I guess you can. There's no police bribes on the water though, so you're not really going to get far and do much. But they can be an effective way to travel during a police chase, provided you watch out for the fact the police do have mounted guns, so do bear that in mind. Anyways, it's time to give Ray a payday in Payday for Ray.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied up at the moment, but I'll tell her you called.
Who's that, Asuka? You know, I know I've been a naughty girl, but I really need to pee, okay?
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
It's time for one of my least favourite missions in the game. Pretty much all of Asuka's missions, like the first round of Asuka missions, are really terrible, in my opinion. This one I remember a kid hating with a passion, because it's basically a time trial where you have to constantly basically drive between payphones until eventually Ray will give you his location. But he will eventually do that. Alright, try and get ourselves to Torrington as quick as possible, avoiding all of the traffic cars. The Esperanto apparently really wanted to kill me. It's giving me a wanted level. Bollocks. I don't know where any of the police bribes are here on Staunton Island, so I guess we'll sort of be stuck with it. For now, there's a payphone.
Get to the phone in West Belleville Park.
In West Belleville Park. To West Belleville Park we go. Hey look, it's an advertisement for Twat, the internet cafe. Get it? It means twat. To be fair, that is a joke. I do quite like the whole twat joke. But there you go. Anyways. I don't think there's anything interesting you can really do in twat besides look at the Easter egg computers. I guess we could go do that at some point, but if you don't know that by now... Oh, I remember this is why I used to hate this as a kid, because I could never actually tell which bleeding side of the road this was on. I think it's actually on the opposite end. Yeah, it is. Stop the car.
Get to the phone on Liberty Campus.
Liberty Campers. I'm sure Boostin' Ethanol would have an aneurysm if he watched this LP by the amount of cars that have free-spoke alloy wheels. They were kind of the thing back in the 90s, I guess. Free-spokes never really caught on, did they? Like, outside of tuner culture. They never really caught on. I don't really mind free-spokes, I kind of like them for some more aerodynamic designs. It's four-spokes I have the issue with, but I know that's a controversial take. Most people really like four-spoke wheels. I personally hate them. Right, although my car technically has no spokes, it's like a weird... It's a weird design. I don't particularly like it.
Get to the phone in South Belleville Park.
And we gotta go all the way back to Belleville Park. But yeah, the timing on this mission is actually slightly harsh if you don't know your way around Staunton yet, but it's okay, I guess. I mean, I believe this is the last payphone I have to get, from what I remember, unless there's another one. I could be wrong. But we shall see. I know where the mission ends, that's the most infuriating bit. I'll give you a clue, it's around Belleville Park, so the fact that you have to drive all that way to come all the way back is slightly irritating, to say the least. The game actually seems to be running a little bit nicer now that we're out of Portland.
Meet me in the toilet block in the park.
I would never want a man to ever say that to me in my life. Anyways, let's go ahead and meet the weird man in the toilet. I'm talking about the do. Oh shit. Hey! We stopped rolling after I hit the car exit button, so... Oh well. We've only got a little bit of a way to go yet. To here we go.
You must be Asuka's new errand boy. You got the money? Is it all here? I know what you're thinking. Another bent cop. Well, it's a bent world. Just because I lost a few partners, those suckers from Internal Affairs have started sniffing around. Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer. But I'm gonna need some non-union help. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
I want to say I recognise his voice actor, but I probably don't because I'm terrible at recognising voice actors. Anyways, that is Ray's missions opened up, and again, as said with Kenji, we will encounter their missions at some point. But for right now, I believe this is the final Asuka mission we can do for now. That is what we're heading towards, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I do have to admit, Staunton is a much nicer city to navigate than Portland in most aspects, other than that sort of weird double expressway up there. The expressway is a bit of a nightmare to go around, but the actual centre of the city, much like New York to be fair, is quite a simple place to navigate, because it's all fairly square and easy. Anyways, Two-Faced Tanner.
Maria and I have gone shopping. Our source in the police has informed us that one of our drivers is a strangely animated undercover cop. He's more or less useless out of his car, so we've tagged it with a tracer. Make him bleed.
Make him bleed! Like the Slipknot song. Anyways, right, we need a motor vehicle. We shall go with the Stinger. So, this mission also is not particularly fun. There seems to be a theme in this episode. Not particularly fun missions, but yeah, this one really is not fun because as soon as you attack his car, you get a 4-star wanted level. So, I'm going to try and see if there's any easy way to do this. I don't think there is, other than just the usual drive-by method. I want to see if I can maybe snipe the car from a distance though. Snipe him out of the car would be a good way to do it. There's his car there. The question is it going to spawn his pet model? I know he's going to flee as soon... Oh, wait. Wait, do we have to... Can we not just take... Can we take his car out from here, actually? That's a point. No, never mind. So we need to go all the way back to trigger the mission again. I will do a cut and be back with you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to get close in on Tanner's location again and not attack his car this time around. We will do the mission properly because the game requires us to. There goes weird ass looking Tanner. I like how he says he's useless without his car and his car's a bleeding Esperanto. Anyways, I don't know why the police instantly get onto you, but there you go. He's out of his car, he's running away. There we go. Pretty easily done. Yeah, you can see how that mission can get a little bit out of hand if you sort of let him get away or start driving away slightly, because a 4-star wanted level is somewhat difficult to keep an eye on, but it's not too bad once you know what you're doing. Anyways, and that's it for this episode of the Grand Theft Auto 3 Let's Play. Next time we are going to be taking a look at Kenji's missions. We're going to be gaining some more trust with the good old Yakuza. I guess you could run into here and grab the police bribes as well, but you shouldn't really need to. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a farewell.